Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, as you know, Alabama coming off a terrific year last year, getting back into the college football playoff and getting to the second round. But this team has more to prove. They lost their quarterback, Ty Simpson, to the draft, but they still have one of the most dynamic wide receivers in the country. Ryan Coleman-Williams is looking for a little redemption after a low production year last year. The fans can't wait to see what this version of the Crimson Tide will look like this season. Reese?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. So Kentucky's offense who will have the football first. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Wildcats want to pick up the tempo. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. Hauls it in at the 25, and he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. So Alabama's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And we've said many times that tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, maybe.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella, he delivered. So elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
The give on the counter. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Russell from the gun on third down. Bringing the heat. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The run inside. It's Barnes. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Barnes. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
On the run, it's Barnes. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Working that left side now. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. Running inside. It's Ivory. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read, read the guy if he wants to drop back a little bit.
And that's a live ball behind the line. And the defense got it. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Alabama! The defense putting points on the board.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ivory. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. A first down for the offense. This time he wants to throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. On the move. They're going to mark him down, and where that spot is looks as if it's going to be just a hair short of the first down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. That'll be enough for the first down, and the ball will be spotted at the 47. The Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Fires quickly.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll pull it down. Turning it on. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. After that disaster on the opening drive, a chance to settle things down and get a touchdown here. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Inside the 40, the 30, the 20. Touchdown tie. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And the defense defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Hey guys, down here on the Kentucky sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. And the missed connection on third down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Throwing Russell. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the grab.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
the defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got his man on the right. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Russell. The sure hands, it's Edwards. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. On the ground, it's Hill. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Slips one guy, now he's loose. That'll get the job. They move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Just feeds the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. Keelan Russell. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Kentucky right back to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Under fire. They've got the screen set up. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
The sure hands. It's Baxter. There he goes. And he's got plenty for the 1st down, and now they'll have a chance to get their thoughts together coming out of the 2-minute timeout. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Rodriguez. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
The run inside. It's Baxter. Here's a little room there. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10, easy. Like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Timeout taken by Kentucky. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. There are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
And this offense now, it's decision time. Man, they put a nice drive together. You want to walk away with points, but how aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to take this field goal, or do you want to try to get a touchdown?
Between the uprights, it's good. Now the lead is down to 11.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to...
Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Kentucky spends its second timeout here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they use a timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. They'll go to the air. Release to the back. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completion strung together.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. Absolutely perfect. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. No surprise, looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We begin with a look at Penn State taking on the Temple Owls.
Wildcats will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Guys, I caught up with the tight head coach at the half. One of the things he said, he is really pleased with how they have started the first half in this tough conference opener. As you know, the SEC is a gauntlet, but he thinks his team set the tone. He said that was a great start, but we can be even better. They cannot take their foot off the gas here to start the third quarter.
All right, Holly. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback keep. Got a little grass. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Throwing Russell. Finds his man. It's Rodgers. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. New set of downs after the completion. Back to throw, it's Russell. Here comes the heat. And down he goes.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Now this defense could really use a stop on third down as the offense has had its way. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Swings it out to the flat. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down.
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more...
He gets a hand on it, it's blocked.
Oh, and the defense needed that, right? If that field goal gets made here in the second half, all of a sudden it's a two-possession game, but by getting the block, they keep this thing really close. Let's see how their offense can respond.
Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Punts it out of the air. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. To the air on second down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Offense changing the play. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
Well, this offense has really struggled so far early in this game, and the passing game particularly. A lot of that is on the quarterback, but at some point you need guys to step up and help him out. That was a very good throw. His receiver has got to be able to make that catch. It just takes one play to get momentum and build some confidence, but the guys around the quarterback, they've now got to step up for this offense.
Russell lets it fly on the move. And it slips through his his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Rodgers. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Got it. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Motion from the wideout. To the air on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job of handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Zings it complete to the right. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Set up for the 1st down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that 1st down. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He's going to run it. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Barnes. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. From the gun, looking for a man. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Might be changing the route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. He's stopped ball. Running inside, it's Hill. And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip and tuck affair. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Just tried to barge their way forward out of the gun and still couldn't find any room to run. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Finding some room. Gets it out to the 16-yard line, and it'll be a first down. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. They'll try the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to...
Oh, he's got some space.
I tell you what, I love having a quarterback that trusts himself, that knows in a big situation in the 4th quarter, he can take off and still take care of the football, get a big first down, continue to put this offense in a good position to succeed.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Keelan Russell. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They've been very good at moving the chains on 3rd down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. Quickly complete. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Speeding down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bama!
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
And the Wildcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Big man has it. It's a first down and more.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Wildcats go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wants to throw on first down. Right on the money. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Wildcats are right back on top. How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Wide receiver going in motion. He's looking to pass. Pocket breaking down. He's got it in the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and we have a 1-possession game late. He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Tide ready to roll on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. They'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Throwing Russell. Might be looking to run. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. Punt is in the air. Here's the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with it.
Gonna let it fly. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way. Drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot